The next generation of consoles are here, or slowly coming here as the consoles trickle to your doorsteps or curbsides for pickup. My PlayStation 5 arrived on time, my Xbox, as I'm really struggling to get my hands on it, so it's making it really difficult. It may not even come this year, but super shout out to Jeffrey Grubb for working with me to help me get the footage to make this video for you. Check out his channel for more Xbox launch coverage, as well as other gaming content. He makes some really good stuff. You may even see my stream pack from my Discord server there as well. He is how I'm able to make this video right now, since I do not have an Xbox in hand. This video will walk through the built-in capture and streaming options for the Xbox Series X and S, and we'll have a separate video coming for external capture card recommendations for both systems, and I'll be doing the same video as this one for the PlayStation 5 as well. The Xbox Series consoles allow you to live stream, record clips, and take screenshots of your gameplay, and they can even automatically record some clips of some like pivotal moments or achievement unlocks and things like that. To access the capture options while you're in your game, press the Xbox button and navigate the right to a few menus, and you get to the capture and share menu. Going down to capture settings, you can control whether captures are even allowed, either by you, so if you accidentally press the button a lot and you never really want to capture or share, you can turn that off here. You can also disable whether the auto achievement captures happen, so you can make it so that you can only save captures but not the system, or you can allow all captures and things like that. You can also change the record what happened, or flashback recording duration, which is going to change based on your resolution. We'll talk about that in a moment. Whether captures are automatically uploaded, and the location that they're saved to, either internal to the Xbox storage or to a USB storage or external storage, as well as the resolution and dynamic range of the captures. So yes, if you're playing in full 4K, you can still set it to record in 720p SDR, 1080p SDR, 4K SDR, or 4K HDR if you're playing in HDR, which is pretty cool. However, this does affect the length of the flashback recording, of the go back and record what just happened feature. So at 720p, you can record up to 3 minutes max for that. At 1080p, you can record 1 minute max. And then at 4K, you can either SDR or HDR, you can only record 30 seconds max. And this is for the record what just happened feature. This is likely due to them reserving a specific buffer size for that feature. And so, you know, like, at least with OBS, like, it records it to RAM, so you only have so much RAM you can reserve for that kind of feature. So that is why. I believe the normal, traditional, just let's start a recording option, you can record indefinitely within, you know, your hard drive size. So that is worth considering. In these settings, you can also change the button mapping of the share button on the controller to change the default behavior. So you can set it up so that holding the share button has a different behavior from tapping. So for example, you can set it up to just tap the share button to take a screenshot and then hold it to either start a recording or to record what just happened, which is pretty cool. Of course, to activate these, just use the share button. You can, of course, press the Xbox button, go over to the capture menu, and then select it from there. But if you are doing one of the assigned functions that you've set up in the mapping, you just press that share button. Don't be afraid of it. When you take a screenshot or record a clip, the pop-up informs you that you can hold the Xbox button to share this out. This lets you share it to a friend on Xbox Live via message, share it to your Xbox activity feed, upload it to OneDrive to then download to your computer or what have you, or share directly to social media such as Twitter. Screenshots can even be set as your background within the Xbox UI. You can browse your recent captures with indicators for what clips are or screenshots and whether they're in 4K or not. You can sort by what's already uploaded, what's in the queue to be uploaded, or what's on your Xbox versus what's in the cloud. You can sort by game or sort by clip versus screenshot. You can manage your clips, delete them, sort them, and so on. You can also watch them back and, you know, relive your moments, make sure that they're the clip that you want before you delete them or share them. And then when you're watching it, you can actually click the 3 dots and go to more actions to trim your clip. And then you can use the right and left thumbsticks to trim the beginning and end of your clip to get just the segment that you want, which is very useful for shares and things like that. However, in our demo, this kept erroring out and didn't actually work. It doesn't delete your clip, but it doesn't actually save the trimmed copy. Hopefully they'll fix this in an update. This was recorded before, or at least at the official launch, so there's always software updates to come, but at least with this specific game and this specific clip, it kept crashing. Weird. What's not weird is the segue I'm doing here to my sponsor, where I'm wearing a completely different shirt and hat, because that's the magic of video editing. Right after I tell you about our sponsor, these next-gen consoles are a visual feast with new graphics, new capabilities, higher resolutions, higher frame rates, but you might find yourself wanting to give your eyes a break or just you need something to listen to on your commute to work or what have you. For that, check out Audible's new Audible Plus plan. With Audible Plus, you get full access to the Plus catalog, which is filled with thousands of titles across different formats besides, there's audiobooks, but there's also popular and exclusive podcasts, as well as unique Audible originals, like the Words Plus Music series. You can download and stream them on your own time without limit. You can listen to them offline anywhere and anytime. For this, you'll need to use the Audible app, which is free and can be installed on pretty much any device. This is the best time to try Audible Plus, however. With their new holiday offer, your first 6 months of Audible Plus will just be $4.95 per month, and then after your first 6 months, it'll go up to only $7.95 per month. So still a great value to stream thousands of titles in an all-you-can-listen format across a couple different formats with that plan. If you're looking for a traditional audiobook recommendation, I actually recommend some of the titles from Gary Vaynerchuk, such as The Thank You Economy or Ask Gary Vee, some of which have been very instrumental as I was figuring out my self-employment and, entrepreneurial kind of lifestyle early on. They're some really solid reads or listens. Head on over to audible.com/EposVox to try it today or text EposVox to 500-500. Next up, we have the Twitch app for Xbox, which is very similar to how it worked on the Xbox One and Xbox One X. Of course, it lets you broadcast to Twitch. Here you can, of course, also watch streams and chat and things like that as usual through your account, but going to broadcast lets you set up your stream. Here you can change your title, your game name, your language. You can also change technical details such as the resolution you're streaming at, the bitrate, your camera position, as well as the position of the broadcast bar, which shows on your screen to indicate information about your stream. They also give you a full audio mixer, so you can fully control the volume of and balance, or even entirely mute, your microphone audio, your party chat audio, and your game sound, which is pretty handy. So you can get a nice balance so it sounds good to your viewers. You'll also notice there's a beta listing for Destination. This includes obviously streaming to Twitch directly, but it also includes an integration for Lightstream, which is a cloud streaming service. It does cost money, but it's a cloud streaming service where you stream to their platform from your system. So you just stream like the raw game or your game plus your webcam, and then you can go on your computer and edit up a layout and do a full streaming layout and manage your stream from the computer without needing a capture card or any of that or any more additional upload speed. And then it applies all of your overlays and alerts and all of that in the cloud on their servers and then pushes it to Twitch. And so you just manage it on your end, stream it straight from your Xbox. And so you don't need a beefy streaming computer, you don't need capture hardware or any of that. You can just stream from your system to Lightstream, manage it on your computer, and then it streams it, they stream it up to Twitch itself, which is pretty neat and cool that they're integrating that. Once you're live, that broadcast bar indicates whether your camera or mic are enabled or muted or what have you, how long you have been live, and how many viewers you have. And I believe chat will show up as well. Lastly, you have the mobile app, which integrates with the Xbox Series console's capture capabilities as well. So opening the new Xbox app on mobile lets you view your games, your activity feed, things like that, view your friends, send messages, those normal features. But if you go to My Library, you can actually view your captures. Here you can view, delete, and download or share your screenshots and video clips, giving you full freedom to manage your socials from your phone while you play without having to do it all on the console with the controller, which is pretty handy. So, or you could have someone else, if you were super serious about your game socials, you could be playing like in a competitive game or something. You could be playing and just tapping the share button to keep capturing clips or whatever, and you can have someone else using the phone to trim them up, share them to Twitch or Twitter and things like that for you while you're still gaming without you having to really divert your attention from the game, which is pretty cool. Sharing still lets you share to your Xbox Live activity feed or to friends via messages, or you can stream or send them to normal social accounts through your phone's usual sharing options. Then you can share to Instagram or tweet it out, and if you tweet it out, you can use Twitter's trimming tool to trim up your video clips if the Xbox One isn't working quite yet. So there you have it. Hopefully they will introduce additional apps and integrations for streaming to other platforms in the future. It does not seem you can stream to YouTube through the YouTube app just yet, which is kind of disappointing, but it is a brand new console. It did just launch. They're just kind of running with what they have. But I'm impressed with the capabilities so far and how much they've natively integrated it. I was kind of nervous that at first they weren't really talking much about these features at all, which got me really curious about checking them out. So I'm excited to see that there does seem to be a healthy amount of features here. Keep in mind, though, the internal recording options will be limited in terms of quality, but it is nice that they are supporting the full 4K resolution and things like that. Just keep in mind, in all of my coverage about video encoders and things like that, that the AMD video encoder is pretty weak in terms of quality, so it may not look great at the lower bit rates that they provide. Compared to, like, it'll still look fine, but especially for social media, but compared to what you can achieve with an external capture card and things like that. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. This will be very beneficial for those of you who want to play in the HDMI 2.1 spec, like 4K 120 and all of that, and can't use capture cards for that because there aren't HDMI 2.1 capture cards just yet. But I do hope you enjoyed and found this helpful. I am EposVox, your stream professor. Hit the like button if you enjoyed, subscribe for more education and stream guides, and go check out our other videos on my capture card recommendations for next-gen consoles, as well as the same rundown of streaming and capture options on the PlayStation 5 as well. Thanks so much. I'll see you next time.